morning and welcome to News for Hearing Impaired. I'm Shubhendu Ghosh with my colleague Neetu. Let's begin the bulletin with the headlines. Major decisions to further ease out situation due to demonetization of 500 and 1000 rupee notes. Farmers can now buy seeds through old 500 rupee notes, extra 60 days to repay home and car loans up to 1 crore rupees. Rescue operations over at the train tragedy site near Kanpur. Death toll in the accident mounts to 146. Damaged track near accident site fully repaired. Results of by-elections to 4 Lok Sabha seats and 8 assembly seats to be out today. The constituencies are spread across 8 states. Mumbai court issues non-bailable warrant against Vijay Mallya in a bank default case. CBI to issue letter rogatory to UK to expedite the process. In international news, suicide blast in a Shiite mosque in Kabul kills at least 32 people. ISIS claims responsibility for the blast. Prime Minister Narendra Modi expresses grief over the attack. And a strong earthquake of 6.9 magnitude strikes northeast Japan near Fukushima nuclear plant. Tsunami warning issued. The centre has taken more steps to ease the cash flow for farmers after demonetization of old 500 and 1000 rupee notes. Farmers can now purchase seeds with old 500 rupee notes. This comes on the back of permitting farmers to withdraw up to 25,000 rupees per week from their KYC compliant accounts. In relief for Aam Aadmi and traders, government has decided to provide 60 days more for repayment of housing, car, farm and other loans worth up to 1 crore rupees if they were payable between 1st November and 31st December. And any default during this period won't be recognized as one. Overdraft and cash credit account holders can now withdraw up to 50,000 rupees per week. Government has already allowed exchange of recall notes till November 24th at the petrol pumps, railway booking counters, airline counters, government hospitals, among many other places. The effect are already visible in many areas as the queues outside ATMs and banks are growing shorter. Meanwhile, work continued to be paralysed in both houses of parliament on the issue of demonetization. Working of both houses was severely affected as opposition parties continued to disrupt proceedings. In Rajya Sabha, opposition members relentlessly demanded presence of Prime Minister Narendra Modi during the discussion in the House. The upper house witnessed repeated adjournments before being adjourned for the day at 3 p.m. In Lok Sabha, opposition members belonging to Congress, Trinamool Congress and NCP continued to protest on demonetization. Mallikarjun Kharge of Congress reiterated his demand that the House should discuss the demonetization issue under relevant rule which entails voting. The death toll mounted to 146 in the Indore-Patna Express derailment at Puknarayan near Kanpur rural area as rescuers wrapped up their operation with little hope of finding any survivor after overnight efforts to pull out trapped passengers from the mangled bogies. North Central Railway's PRO Amit Malviya has confirmed the death toll. Meanwhile, all the 14 derailed coaches of the Patna-bound Indore-Patna Express have been removed from the tracks. Railways has replaced about 500 meters of damaged tracks in the Jhansi-Kanpur section to make the route affected by the train derailment operational with a speed restriction. The probe into the Indore-Patna Express derailment began on Monday with Commissioner of Railway Safety P.K. Acharya visiting the accident site and inspecting the broken track and the mangled bogies. The entire inspection as well as accident site was videographed. Railway engineers and technical staff were asked questions in connection with the derailment by the Railway Safety Commissioner. Earlier on Monday, Railway Minister Suresh Prabhu told Lok Sabha that a statutory inquiry by the Commissioner of Railway Safety has been ordered to find the cause of the accident, as he promised strictest possible action against the guilty. He also said that latest technical and forensic analysis will be used for thorough investigation. Counting for the by-elections to 4 Lok Sabha seats and 8 Assembly seats will be held today. Elections to 4 parliamentary constituencies in Assam, Madhya Pradesh and West Bengal and 8 Assembly constituencies in Assam, West Bengal, Madhya Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh, Puducherry, Tamil Nadu and Tripura were held on 19th of this month. CBI on Monday initiated an extradition request to bring back former liquor baron Vijay Mallya from the United Kingdom through a special court in Mumbai. A request for extradition will soon be forwarded to the designated authorities in the UK through diplomatic channels. Despite notices, Vijay Mallya did not join the investigations against him, following which the agency secured a non-bailable warrant against him from the special CBI court in Mumbai. Mallya left the country in March. This is despite lookout circulars from CBI. He was not stopped by Bureau of Immigration because of change in the nature of lookout circular issued by the agency. In a first for any road launch, 6 fighter jets of the IAF on Monday made a touchdown barely skimming the road before taking off again to mark the opening of Agra-Lucknow Expressway, which can be used for warlike emergency situations as well. The expressway was inaugurated by Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav and Samajwadi Party Supremo Mulayam Singh Yadav. The 302-kilometer long 6-lane expressway, which is the longest expressway of the country, is expected to considerably reduce the travel time between Lucknow and Delhi, which usually takes 12 to 14 hours. The expressway is equipped with a 3-kilometer long airstrip for landing and takeoff of IAF fighter jets. This is the second such facility on an expressway after the Delhi-Agra Expressway, where fighter jets have landed in the past. The Apex Court-appointed Justice R.M. Lodha Committee has moved the Supreme Court seeking a direction to appoint former Home Secretary G.K. Pillai as an observer to guide BCCI in administrative works, including a board of contracts, transparency norms and conducting future domestic, international and IPL matches. The committee, in its third status report submitted in the Apex Court on November 14, argued that while day-to-day administration of BCCI is presently carried out by the CEO, there is need to have an observer to guide the board in its administration, particularly with reference to award of contracts, transparency norms and audit. The committee recommended former Union Home Secretary G.K. Pillai to be appointed as the observer. It also said several office bearers at both BCCI and state associations continue to hold posts, although they stand disqualified as per the order of Supreme Court. Court may hear the arguments on 5th December. Income tax sleuths raided former Karnataka Minister Gali Janardhan Reddy's Abulapuram mining company in Bellary on Monday. The income tax raid comes 5 days after the lavish wedding of the mining baron's daughter raised eyebrows for his pomp and grandeur. Sources said a number of documents have been found and are being examined. Reddy, a former minister and one of the richest politicians in Karnataka, is one of the main accused in the Bellary illegal mining scam. He is on bail after languishing for 40 months in jail for his alleged involvement in the multi-crore mining scam that rocked the southern state in 2010-11. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will share his thoughts on a number of themes and issues in Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio on 27th of this month. It will be the 26th episode of the monthly radio series. In a tweet, the Prime Minister on Monday invited people to share their ideas. People can share their views in MyGov Open Forum or can also dial the toll-free number and record message for the Prime Minister in Hindi or English. People can also give a missed call on 1922 and follow the link received in SMS to directly give their suggestions to the Prime Minister. Ideas and views can also be shared on Narendra Modi app. In international news, at least 32 people were killed and dozens wounded in a suicide attack on a crowded Shiite mosque in Kabul on Monday. The attacker arrived on foot and blew himself up among worshippers inside. Islamic State has claimed responsibility for the attack. This was the third major attack on minority Shiite in the Afghan capital since July. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has strongly condemned the heinous terrorist attack on a Shiite shrine in Kabul and condoled the loss of innocent lives. In Japan, a 7.4 magnitude earthquake off northeastern Japan near Fukushima Prefecture has prompted a tsunami warning of possible 10-feet waves. According to Japan Met Agency, the quake struck this morning at about 6 a.m. local time. The depth of the quake was estimated to be around 25 kilometers. In 2011, a large tsunami caused by a quake destroyed the Fukushima nuclear power plant. India and European Organization for Nuclear Research, that's CERN, have signed an agreement on Monday, making India an associate member state of CERN. The agreement was signed by Dr. Sekhar Basu, Chairman, Atomic Energy Commission, and Secretary, Department of Atomic Energy, and CERN Director General Dr. Fabiola Gianotti in Mumbai. India's associate membership will strengthen the long-term partnership between CERN and the Indian scientific community. Associate membership will allow India to take part in meetings of CERN Council and its committees. It will also make Indian scientists eligible for staff appointments. Finally, once the agreement enters into force, Indian industry will be entitled to bid for CERN contracts, which will open up opportunities for industrial collaboration in areas of advanced technology. And in cricket, India rode on a superb bowling performance of Ravichandran Ashwin and Jayant Yadav to take 8 wickets in a little over one session on the 5th and final day to beat England by 246 runs in the second match of the 5-test series at ACA VDCA Stadium at Visakhapatnam on Monday. Chasing 405, England lost wickets at frequent intervals to end their second innings at 158. Starting the final day at the overnight score of 87 for 2, the England batsmen could not handle the turn and uneven bounce of the 5th-day pitch as the Indian bowlers pressed the advantage. India lead the 5-match series 1-0. The third test in Mohali begins on Saturday. And with that, we've come to the close of this bulletin. Namaskar.